Plastic straws, along with other single-use plastics, have been prohibited in Charleston for about a month now in a hope to limit the amount of waste that ends up in our ecosystem. Hook Seafood on Market Street is just one of the many restaurants who made the transition before the January 1st deadline.
We are, huge advocates for the environment and 100% supporting the decision to move from plastics to more biodegradable products. Straws are tricky though, because straws we go through a lot of. Currently, in a weekly basis, probably about 2,000 to 3,000 straws a week. In the height of summer, we're going through about 5,000 straws a week.
Hooked Seafood now uses a plastic straw alternative made from a biocompostable cornstarch called PLA. These typically green PLA straws are popping up in more Lowcountry restaurants as they are much better for the environment than their plastic counterpart, while providing a much better drinking experience compared to another eco-friendly option, paper straws.
Paper straws are great, but you leave it in that drink a little bit too long, it gets soggy, and it's no fun to sip out of anymore.
A local business is now providing another option, wheat. Holy City Straw Company co-founder Tom Crawley explains how they're made.
That's wheat stem, yes. That's the byproduct of, so when they, the wheat farmers come through and cut, this was either being tossed away or burned in the fields. It's not the grain, which is why we can actually call them gluten-free.
As such, don't try eating these. They're not edible, but they do make good straws, both in hot and cold drinks. And when they're done, they can be recycled. Unlike PLA and some paper straws, which are compostable, but they must be sent to specialized facilities to break them down completely. The downside to all these natural straws like wheat and bamboo, well, they're more brittle compared to the plastic-like material of PLA. Even then, PLA, paper, and wheat straws are much better options compared to the now banned alternative, as city officials estimate nearly 8 tons of plastic end up in the Charleston harbor each and every year. Hopefully, this new legislation lowers that number, but unfortunately, the plastic will still make its way out into the ocean, where it will stay until it decomposes 200 years later. Take a mainstay of our Lowcountry landscape, Fort Sumter, which began construction in 1829. If a worker used a plastic straw then, it could be easily on display in our visitor center today. Our plastic waste will outlive us, and it will likely outlive the generations that come after us. By reducing or eliminating plastic waste from our everyday life, whether it's using wheat, paper, or cornstarch straws, we can ensure a better future for decades to come. For this week's Moment of Science, I'm Storm Team 2 meteorologist David Dixon.